Can and can't use them, and what's your favorite condiment to put on a hot dog?
And the weather has been fantastic too. It's still looking good for tonight. We'll talk about that and this weekend's forecast coming up.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. America declared its independence from Britain 243 years ago today, and people around the state of Maine are celebrating that the best way they can and sharing it on social media. Good evening, I'm Chris Costa. A 4th of July tradition gets a second life in Portland. The fireworks have not gone away, but there will be some music once again. News Center's Cameron O'Brien is at the Eastern Promenade to tell us more about tonight's celebration. Hey, Cameron.
Hey, Chris, yes, the Pops will be back tonight, and people are so excited to hear the music, but check this out. We've got a lot of people on the lawn on either side here. People getting here really kind of early to make sure that they got the optimal spots to see the fireworks and hear the music. A lot of people very excited about that. And if they're not quite ready to settle down, as some aren't, most people are still trickling in, they can head this way. Look down the promenade here. Lots of people going to food trucks, making sure they get their food and their drinks before settling in. But a lot of people still taking to the lawn, playing football. I'm watching someone play a game of catch right now. So it's a lot of fun out here. Just the perfect summer family-friendly attitude, and people are excited, Chris, to hear this band and to see the fireworks.
All right, sounds good, Cameron. Looking forward to it. All right, well, if you'd rather play with fireworks than watch them, you might want to set some off for yourself. It's an Independence Day tradition, and in Maine, it may be legal to do that, but it just depends on where you plan to light them up. Many towns have ordinances against fireworks. News Center Sean Stackhouse joins us now. Sean, why do some towns have bans against fireworks?
Chris, the biggest reason for many of these ordinances against fireworks is safety. Some major cities and towns in the state that have bans are more populated areas like Portland, Bangor, and Augusta. And those areas pose a bigger risk with fireworks due to the number of buildings that are likely nearby. And many of those bigger cities, however, do offer city-run fireworks.
Well, Sean, some of the ordinances are pretty specific about when the towns actually do allow fireworks, right?
Well, Chris, if you're in a town like Hamden, you're allowed to set off your own fireworks, but that can only be done on a few days a year, that being July 4th and December 31st. It can certainly be confusing trying to figure out if your town allows them. And on our website, we have the link to the State Fire Marshal's office where you can find ordinances for all cities and towns that have them about fireworks. And we'll also have much more info on fireworks DIYers coming up tonight at 5:30 and 6. Chris?
All right, Sean, thank you very much. It is a perfect day to be outside enjoying the sunshine. Meteorologist Jess Conley's here to let us know if the sun is here to stay. What do you think, Jess?
Yep, it is, Chris. We might see a couple more clouds tomorrow. However, it's going to stay very warm. A beautiful 4th of July. Look at that. Got the flag right behind us too. Just a gorgeous day today. Temperature is very warm across the state. It's beautiful all across the state as well. Check out some of these webcams. York, beautiful. Standish at 92 degrees now. Ellsworth at 90. Just gorgeous. It's lovely. We made it up to 89 officially today in Portland and 90 officially in Bangor. Even in Bar Harbor, which usually or often has a tough time warming up, 88 was the high today, 87 in Augusta and Lewiston. And guess what? Portland now number 5 warmest 4th of July on record. So pretty impressive stuff there. Bangor, we were close. Didn't quite make it though. Look at the current temperature, still warm, 83 in Portland, 87 still in Lewiston and Augusta, and it's still 90 degrees in Bangor, Bar Harbor down to 82, but still beautiful. You can see still clear skies. I mean, it looks great for tonight for the fireworks. It should stay nice and clear right through the evening hours and into the day. Tomorrow we'll see some sunshine early. Couple clouds possible though as we go into tomorrow afternoon and evening. And then the weekend, kind of a 50-50 split. So we'll look at that forecast. And I have a very special fireworks forecast for you coming up in just a bit. Chris?
All right, looking forward to it, Jess. On to some headlines now. A husband and wife in their 80s are both dead after a crash with a dump truck in the town of Madison. The Somerset County Sheriff's Office says Joyce Gibson was driving with her husband, Keith Blackwell, when they appeared to have tried to turn left onto Ward Hill Road and were hit on the driver's side by a dump truck filled with crushed stone. Both Gibson and Blackwell were killed at the scene and do not appear to have been wearing their seatbelts. The driver of the dump truck suffered minor injuries. At least 2 people were killed after a pipeline fire erupted in Nigeria today. Security agencies said oil stealing activities caused the fire outbreak as fuel spilled into the community's drainage system. Incidents like these are pretty common in one of Africa's largest exporters of oil, and while fuel is relatively cheap, many in Nigeria live in extreme poverty. Michigan Congressman Justin Amash announced today he is leaving the Republican Party. Amash talked about his decision at a July 4th parade in Grand Rapids this morning. He was the only Republican in Congress to support impeachment. Now Amash says it's time to put party politics aside and do what's right. Could a woman's marital status help her beat breast cancer? Researchers in China believe so. They studied nearly 300,000 breast cancer patients. Those who were married had a better prognosis compared to those who were single. However, single women had a better prognosis compared to women who were divorced, separated, or widowed. The better prognosis in single women was only observed in those who were white and older than 35. Coming up, we try to settle the debate of what should and shouldn't go on a hot dog. Open pulse.newscentermaine.com or go to our mobile app to start weighing in. And a journey of a lifetime starting today for 20-year-old Max from Lewiston. We'll tell you more about him and his adventure when we come back. All right. Facebook. I hope you guys are all watching this like from the beach or the lake or something like that. Because if you guys aren't, and I'm not at the beach, then we have a problem. What's going on, guys? Deborah, you are like, Deborah, Christian, Fred, let's see, I don't want to miss anybody, Paul, you guys, and Eddie, you guys are like our top fans here. You guys are always watching our stream, which is pretty cool. We love that. I hope you guys did get a chance to go outside and enjoy some of the weather today. So, something that you guys can start weighing in on right now on our Facebook live stream. We're asking people the question, what condiment do you put on a hot dog? This apparently has ignited ferocious social media debate about what condiments go on a hot dog. There are a couple of options. If you pull up pulse.newscentermaine.com or go to our mobile app and open the Pulse tab, you can start to weigh in. Either one.
Everything else is good though.
Gotcha. So anyway, oh, Haley. What's going on, Haley? So yeah, question for you guys. What condiments do you prefer to put on a hot dog? I know, right? Cool. Got it. Thank you. Yeah.
Should be seeing me. Okay.
Uh-oh. For me, it's ketchup and chili dog sauce. All right. Yeah, I could get down with that. I see, I'm kind of like a, well, I'll wait, and I'll tell you guys. Jess. Hot dog. What condiment?
Unpopular opinion. Don't like hot dogs at all.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think that's unpopular. I think there's people who don't like hot dogs.
No. 10 seconds to cook.
A self-driving bus with no steering wheel is on a test drive on Tokyo roads for the first time. SB Drive is a subsidiary of telecom conglomerate SoftBank, and that developed the car. Sensors on the vehicle can detect and avoid obstacles. Operators set the route that they're driving in advance, and self-driving technology could help reduce crashes caused by elderly drivers in Japan's aging society. SB Drive plans to start selling their autonomous bus by the year 2020. A new triple record-breaking roller coaster opens today at Six Flags Great America in Illinois. Here's a breathtaking 4th of July for roller coaster enthusiasts. It's called the Max Force. It's the fastest launch coaster in North America. In under 2 seconds, the revolutionary coaster reaches speeds of 78 miles per hour. And if that's not enough for thrill seekers, it's also the world's fastest and tallest double inversion roller coaster, hitting speeds of 60 miles per hour as it turns upside down with a zero gravity roll. Okay, we warned you about this before the break. Get ready to vote. Today's topic, hot dogs. The 4th of July, it's arguably the biggest hot dog holiday of the year, and that means lots of all-American hot dogs, just like these guys, are going to be had at cookouts across the country. And just what is the condiment of choice for hot dogs? We want you to let us know. You can vote on pulse.newscentermaine.com, or you can open our mobile app and hit the Pulse tab. And here's why we're asking you this. According to the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council, Americans will consume 150 million hot dogs today alone. The study says that for adults, the condiment of choice is mustard, but kids prefer ketchup on their hot dogs. You can call me a kid for life, I guess. Except clearly this has a lot of people riled up on social media, and the condiment wars continue. And today is the battle for the mustard belt in Coney Island, Nathan's 103rd annual hot dog eating contest. Joey Jaws Chestnut blows away the competition, vacuuming up 71 hot dogs and winning his 12th title. He won by a whopping 21 hot dogs. Darren Breeden took second place with 50. On the women's side, Miki Sudo walks away with her 6th title in a row after eating 31 hot dogs, hoisting up the mustard belt after winning yet again. That's a lot of hot dogs. Coming up, we remember the origins of the 4th of July, and Jess Conley's back with another look at the full fireworks forecast next.
Yeah, I don't know about. Yo, that would have been classic, Jess. All right, friends. First of all, let's just circle back here real quick, okay? Hot dog eating contest at in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest in New York. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I gotta go to the newsroom? Okay. Okay. I gotta be honest. That has always grossed me out. Just watching people eat that many hot dogs that quickly is just like, bleh. And then something like they'll dunk them in water. So they just, whoop, whoop, and I'm like, no way, not about that. But condiment, what's your condiment? You're not a hot dog person? Like, yeah, what would you put on it? Okay. See, yeah, I mean, I would do, on a hot dog, it just depends on how I'm feeling. Like, I'll do ketchup, mustard, and relish. But like, you know,
I get upset about ketchup on hot dogs. Like, they have some problems.
It's just ketchup. It's a condiment. You put it on burgers. Why can't you put it on hot dogs? I don't know. That's just whatever. You mean hold that? Right here. Doing what I can. All right. Well, oh, that was great. That guy was all about it. He's like, I'm on TV.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm pretty tall.
Tough it up. I guess you gotta go.
Oh, man, that could be a good one. Let's see what you guys are saying. Onions. Evelyn goes, onions.
Stand by.
All right.
All right, in Maine, you have plenty of options to make the 4th of July a fun holiday. You can go to the beach, you can go to the mountains, you can go to the lakes, or you can just hang out in the backyard and cap off the night with some fireworks. Well, we want to introduce you to one man from Lewiston, Max Turcott. He's 20 years old, and he lives with his parents. And this Independence Day, he's setting out on an unusual trip, the trip of a lifetime, to celebrate his independence. Rob Caldwell explains.
After graduating from Lewiston High School, Max Turcott and his mom went to the United Kingdom because he was interested in going to college there. They spent 2 weeks, looked at a few schools, did some hiking, and what Max wanted to do with his life suddenly became clear.
By the time I got back from there, I'm like, I don't want to go to university. I really like traveling.
2 months later, Max booked a trip to Italy, this time with no traveling companion. Was that the first time you had ever traveled by yourself abroad?
Yes.
What was the experience like?
It was quite nerve-wracking.
It was December, the off-season for tourism, and Max spoke virtually no Italian. But he found the experience of traveling abroad exhilarating. So you were already learning how to be a kind of savvy traveler, to get experiences that a lot of tourists don't, and to do it for a lot less money.
Right, exactly.
And at that point, would you say you had the travel bug?
I did, yeah. When I got back from that trip, I knew I was going to do an even bigger trip.
A bigger trip indeed. Over 7 weeks, Max visited several countries in the Middle East, Africa, and Europe. And along the way, he read a book about traveling long distances by bicycle.
The more and more I went through that, the more I thought about how good a bicycle would be to travel around the world.
Had you done much biking in Maine?
I really hadn't since I was a kid.
In September of 2018, Max flew to Great Britain and then biked from Land's End, the southernmost point in England, to John O'Groats at the very northern tip of Scotland. In 153 hours of riding, he covered 1,073 miles, fueled in part by 6 jars of peanut butter. So that was an experience like nothing you'd ever had before. 3 weeks on the road, doing about 50 miles a day, by yourself, on bicycle, from the southernmost part of Great Britain to the northernmost. What did you get out of that?
When I got to the top, I just imagined all that was left out there, because I had just done this island, but there was the whole world left.
The seed had been planted, and when Max returned to Maine, he started planning a trip that would satisfy his desire to travel, a journey around the world. Obviously, it's an epic undertaking to bicycle around the world.
I can't even comprehend it myself. I'm just going to take it day by day.
How many years do you think it will take you to do what you have in mind?
About 2 to 3 years.
He'll ride on a bicycle he built much of himself. It's made of steel for durability.
I'm feeling pretty confident this is going to be sturdy enough and strong enough to get me around the world. And I've got enough spare parts and tools to fix it if it breaks.
He won't be riding light. The weight of the bike and his provisions is about 120 pounds. What's in this bag?
So this bag holds all my clothes and some of my cables for charging my camera and computer.
This bag?
That's my tent.
This one?
That'll be my sleeping bag and cooking equipment.
The plan is to ride from Lewiston to Nova Scotia, fly to Europe, and ride through either Africa or Asia. Along the way, he'll camp or couch surf and stick to a budget that gives new meaning to the term frugal traveler.
I'm shooting for $200 a month on this is the bare minimum budget. I can probably go lower if I want to.
You can go below $200 a month?
I hope so.
If all goes according to plan, Max's savings will get him to Australia, where he'll stop to work and make some money before moving on to either North or South America. At some point, what sounds like a dream trip will surely get challenging, difficult, probably even miserable. And with that in mind, Max will be carrying books, movies, and motivational speeches and music. There's one song in particular that will get him charged up. Don't stop, For now, he's ready to go, ready for an adventure, with one overriding thought in mind.
Mainly just not knowing what's next. I think that's how I like to live my life.
Incredible. Max Turcott will get on his bike and start pedaling out of Lewiston toward Nova Scotia on the 4th of July. If you'd like to follow his progress or see more photos from his previous trips, you can find a link to his website on newscentermaine.com/207 and on our mobile app. Holy moly, I can't
awesome.
imagine
Yeah.
putting that many miles in on a bike.
No.
And
Good
heck,
luck, though.
Yeah, and starting off in this heat
Yes.
today in Lewiston, I mean, up there, we're pushing, what, 90 degrees,
Yeah,
right?
pretty close to it. Some spots did make it up to 90. Some of us were like this close, but it's just gorgeous all across
Yeah.
the state today. Warm again, and we're expecting more warm weather on the way. Let's take a look outside right now. Look at this shot. It's gorgeous. This is Portland right now, 83 degrees, dew point at 58. We did make it up to 89 in Portland. It didn't, I don't know, I don't think it felt quite as bad because those dew points today were in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Oh, what happened to the webcam from Raymond? I don't know. This is from Kennebunkport. Gorgeous. I'm giving you a little tour around the state. And there's the one from Mount Katahdin. I mean, it's just beautiful out there. Satellite radar has mostly clear skies. Couple clouds are moving in far southern Maine and in far northern Maine. We'll see a few more clouds as we head into the day tomorrow, but it is still going to be warm. Temperatures tomorrow top out in the upper 80s and lower 90s for one more day, and then we'll see about Saturday with that rain and thunderstorms moving in. Again, you can see still some clouds off to our south, but for the most part, just gorgeous. Current temperatures right now, it's 88 in Gray. Look at Paris, 93 degrees. It's 90 in Rumford, 87 in Lewiston, 87 in Augusta, 90 in Old Town, in Bangor. Herman now up to 92 degrees. Very warm. The dew points, though, not quite as bad. If they were up in the mid 60s, I mean, it would feel way worse than what it is out there already. Upper 50s and lower 60s. So what's it going to be like tonight for the fireworks? Check this out. I'm excited about this one. I got to get out of the way. It looks great. This is the Portland forecast, but I promise all across the state temperatures will be in the low to mid 70s. It's going to be gorgeous, mostly clear again, and the fireworks should be just fine. All right, well, what about tomorrow and the next day? Things are going to be still okay as we go into the day tomorrow. Again, tonight's just beautiful. By tomorrow morning, temperatures starting out at 8 a.m. already in the low to mid 70s as we go throughout the day. A few more clouds move in. Temperatures warm up into the upper 80s. Lower 90s possible again if you're away from the coast, so another day of some pretty extreme heat. More clouds, though, by tomorrow night, and then as we go into the day on Saturday, that's when we'll see the next chance of some showers and thunderstorms. You can see by Saturday afternoon a few scattered showers, and then those thunderstorms move through along a cold front. It's not going to cool us off significantly, but the temperatures on Sunday will at least be a little bit cooler, and it'll be a lot less humid too. Seas around 2 feet for tomorrow. Winds from the southwest at 5 to 10 knots. By tomorrow afternoon, they'll be from the south at 10 to 15 knots. Now, the water temperatures in Casco Bay pretty mild now in the mid to upper 60s, 66 right now, but look off the coast of Bar Harbor, 51 degrees. So if you're spending time out on the water, make sure to dress appropriately and be safe. More clouds tomorrow, still hot though on Saturday. That's when the showers and storms come in, clearing and comfortable for the day on Sunday. Monday looks nice, Tuesday looks nice. Next chance of rain doesn't come until Thursday. So we're on a roll in the weather office. Finally,
Totally.
I feel like we've just been cruising, and it still looks good for tomorrow too.
Really, really good. And,
Yes.
and it's really great for people too. Finally, we're looking at water temperatures that feel more like late August or September.
Yeah.
To get, I mean, at least it's in the southern portions of the state. To get to
Right.
the mid 60s is awesome.
It is awesome. It's nice and warm, so that's good. Enjoy the beach.
Yeah. All right. Awesome, Jess. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right. For more than 20 years, the Maine Historical Society remembers how the 4th of July holiday all began. Former State Representative Herb Adams reads the Declaration of Independence every year. Here's why some people say they felt compelled to come listen to it.
To General George Washington, 3 huzzahs. 1, huzzah! 2, huzzah! 3, huzzah! Now we're ready.
Oh, I served from 1959 to 1970, and from 1977 to 2001.
July 4th, 1776, when, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands.
And it's just a good reminder of what we stand for, and I think it keeps us grounded too.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
It's something very, very cool and different to do on the 4th of July.
People who get too important with their parties and forget about what they're there for, to represent the people.
It is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. These united colonies are, and of right ought to be, free and independent states.
That's photojournalist Beth McAvoy. All right, it's the viral video that has infuriated Texans and ice cream lovers alike. In case you have not seen this, someone posted a video of this woman licking the top of a Bluebell ice cream container, then returning it to the shelf. The video sparked a major investigation. Finally, Walmart determined that it happened at a store in Lufkin, Texas. And police are now searching for this woman seen leaving the store on June 28th around 11 p.m. Bluebell says they removed the tainted ice cream from the store. They're also being asked to remove additional products from that Walmart location as a safety precaution. News Center at 5:30 is coming your way in just a few minutes. Let's get a preview of some of the stories coming up. And for that, we go to Rob Caldwell in the newsroom. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Chris. In Southern California today, there was rumbling and noise and movement that didn't have anything to do with any sort of 4th of July celebration. It was an earthquake. It struck in the southern part of the state and was the most powerful quake in that region of California in 2 decades. Millions of people felt the tremor. We'll let you know where it struck and what kind of damage it caused. Also ahead, there can be a fair amount of hype and bombast as part of the Independence Day festivities. We're going to introduce you to a World War II veteran whose service and humility are an inspiration and a true example of patriotism. Those stories and a lot more, all straight ahead on News Center at 5:30.
All right, Rob. Thank you very much. We've got a lot more coming up, and we're going to check in on the results of our Pulse poll after the break. Yep. All right. Yeah, that is so gross. Deborah wrote in, she said, that's so gross. It's so true. You open the top of an ice cream and lick it and put it back. I mean, I don't know. I don't think a lot of forethought went into that action. That you, I mean, you know, that you didn't think you were going to get caught and so on and so forth. Just, I don't know what to say that's appropriate. Don't do silly things. But I was telling people in the newsroom, so I used to work in Texas, and where I worked was actually in the coverage area. So the counties that we covered, the Bluebell factory was in one of those towns. And when the listeria outbreak at Bluebell happened, it was a really, really big story, and we went down and we covered it. And so when this happens, you can, it's hard to explain, but you know, and there's no real comparison for Bluebell ice cream to like what we have in Maine. Maybe you guys can help me out here in the Facebook live stream. It's like sacrilege to deface Bluebell ice cream. You know, partially because it's, you know, it's like a made in Texas product and so on and so forth. I know we have a lot of things like that in Maine, so maybe you guys can help me think of a good comparison. So yeah, people got pretty upset about that one. Yeah. Woo. So what is this invisible challenge, Isaac? Okay. Okay. This is just kind of like a mean trick. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, check this out. A family of foxes in Eagle Lake getting ready for their 4th of July celebration this morning. All these guys having fun. This video comes from our viewer, Christina Berube. Thanks so much for sending that in. And finally tonight, Another social media challenge. If you don't have anything better to do on the 4th of July, I guess you could do this. Doesn't seem very nice, though. It's called the Invisible Challenge, where you put up a wall of plastic wrap around a doorway or a hallway in your home, and you see how your pets react to it. A lot of pets either just back up or stare at it. There's some that figure out how to break through. Hopefully this challenge doesn't scare the pups too much. There's a lot more news coming up on News Center Maine at 5:30, and that starts in just a few moments. But before we go, I want to check the results of our Pulse poll asking you about what's your favorite condiment to put on hot dogs. We've got 60% mustard right now, 21% ketchup, 19% other. Thank you very much for weighing in on our Pulse poll. All right, News Center Maine at 5:30 starts right now.